Hello students, today we are going to learn the continued part of the chapter parts and wholes. In last video we have seen how to find out the equivalent fractions. In today's class we see some other examples on equivalent fractions. See here the first example here, filling the missing number to make equivalent fractions. Here some numbers are given, we find out the missing number to make the equivalent fractions. See here first is given, that is in first question we have 2 by 3. Here first here we have 2 of 1 by 3. So here we have 2 1 by 3 out of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we have 2 by 3. Now we have to find out the another equivalent fraction. That is here numerator is we don't know. Here we find out the numerator, but we know the denominator, that is 6. Okay. See here. Here how many 1 by 6 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have 4 1 by 6. So write 4 by 6. Okay. Now 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. Okay. You also do like this. Here. Here we have 2 by 3. We want the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. For that, here we already have 6 in the denominator. Now we have the numerator. For that, what we do? Here, if you multiply 3 and 2, we get 6. So, we know equivalent fraction means here we multiply the same number by numerator and also the denominator. So, if you multiply 2 in a denominator, like that we multiply 2 in a numerator also, we get 4. Here we also get, in this method also we get 4 by 6. Now 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. These are the equivalent fractions. Now we see second example. Here we have second equivalent fraction, that is 2 by 5. Here we have 2 by 5. We have 2, 5 means we have 2 by 5. Now we find out this fraction. In numerator we have only 4. We find out the value of denominator. Okay. See here. How many 1 by 10 we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 1 by 10 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, here we have 4 1 by 10. We want the denominator. See what we do? We apply this method. We have 2 by 5 and we know the numerator. We want the denominator. Okay, if you multiply the numerator by 2, we get 4. 2 2s are 4. So, we know the equivalent fraction. It is nothing but if you multiply the same value by numerator as well as denominator. So, if you multiply by 2 in a denominator, we get 5 2s are 10. Here we get 4 by 10. We have 4 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 1 by 10. And here we have 2 1 by 5. Okay. Like this way we find out the equivalent fraction. Here 4 by 10 is equal to 2 by 5. These are the equivalent fractions. Okay. We see some other examples. I hope all of you understand how to find out the equivalent fractions. Now we see some other examples. find the equivalent fraction of 5/9 having numerator 45. Okay, here we find out the equivalent fraction of 5/9, but we know the numerator, we don't know about denominator. Here we find out the equivalent fraction of 5/9. We know the numerator, that is 45. Here we find out the denominator. For that, what we do? See here, if you multiply 5/9, what we get? We get 45. 5 9s are 45. We know the equivalent fraction means here we multiply by same number in numerator as well as denominator. For that, we multiply the same number, means here in numerator we multiply by 9. What we get? 5 9s are 45. Same we apply in the denominator. We multiply 9 by 9. What we get? 9 9s are 81. Here 45/81. It is the equivalent fraction of 5/9. Okay, like this way we find out the equivalent fraction. Next we find out we have denominator 54. Okay, now we know the denominator. We have to find out the equivalent fraction of 5/9. What we do? Find out the equivalent fraction of 5/9. We know the denominator, that is 54. Here we find out the numerator. If we multiply 9 by 6, what we get? We get 54. 9 6s are 54. Same we multiply same value in a numerator. What we get? 6 5s are 30 or 5 6s are 30. Now 30/54. It is the equivalent fraction of 5/9. Like this way we find out some missing fractions. Okay, now we see how to find out the lowest form of the fractions. Find the lowest form of the fractions. Okay, first example, 16/24. Here we have one fraction, that is 16/24. Here we find out the lowest form of this fraction. How we find out? Here we see if this numerator and denominator are divided by only one number. See here, it is 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24. Here the numerator and denominator divisible by 8. 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24. So the lowest form of 16/24 is 2/3. Understood? Here we see the numerator as well as denominator is divisible by only one number, that is 8. 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24. So 2 by 3, it is the lowest form of 16 by 24. Okay, now move to the another example. 30 divided by 35. Okay, now we see this 30 by 35 are divisible by one number. We have to check. This numerator and denominator are divisible by only one number, means divisible by the same value. What is that? See here, 5 6 is a 30, 5 7 is a 35. These numerator and denominator are divisible by the same number, that is 5. 5 6 is a 30, 5 7 is a 35. So 6 by 7, it is the lowest form of 30 by 35. Like this way we find out the lowest form. Okay, we see some other examples. See, that is 54 divided by 63. We check these two numbers are divisible by same value or not. 9 6 is a 54, 9 7 is a 63. 9 6 is a 54, 9 7 is a 63. These two numbers are divisible by same value, that is 9. So 6 by 7, it is the lowest form of 54 by 63. Here, see here, 2 by 3, it is the lowest form of 16 by 24. Here we can't, means we are not again divisible, we are not writing the another lowest form of this, because this is the last form, means this is the last form of 16 by 24. So this is the 2 by 3, is the lowest form of 16 by 24. Like this, 6 by 7. Again we can't divisible by 6 by 7. So we can't reduce this 6 by 7 in again lowest form. So this is the lowest form of 30 by 35. Like this, here also 6 by 7, it is the lowest form of 54 by 63. I hope all of you understand how to find out the lowest form of the fractions. Thank you.